What's up, guys? So since I'm doing a stream later today on YouTube, I will not be doing a long video. But since most of you probably won't be here in the stream, I will give this video out earlier, so I can pretty much tell you what to expect. And then, the stream is going to be up on YouTube by tomorrow as an archive. Just because there's a lot of stuff being released today, I felt like doing a hour-long video, 2-hour-long video will take up too much time. So I'd rather just go do a stream. This way it'll be more enjoyable. It will be later tonight. So when I'm recording it, it's about 6 to 5 hours from now. And so that's probably when the video is going to be up. So that's Eastern time as well. Furthermore, though, just because there's so many things, I just really didn't want to do a video because I remember last time when there was a huge update, it took me an hour, maybe over an hour, like an hour and 20 minutes to explain everything. And then, they're waiting to get Minato. So this is pretty much the event where it's very different compared to other hosts. When we had Minato released, he was in no sort of wheel. Personally, I'd say they paired up the events very well. You have yourself a recharge event, so if you're potentially lucky, you can get yourself something good from here. If you spend ingots anywhere or coupons, you can get yourself colorful balloons to redeem stuff from here. And then if you're looking to spend your stuff, you simply go to Treasure of the Sage. So they really did pair up the events pretty nicely. You have a recharge event, a spend, and then a reward that rewards you for spending. So that's 3 things to consider. They also did make slight changes to the Treasure of the Sage, which are good and kind of bad at the same time. They got rid of the 50% discount. There's no more 50% discounts. But what they did do was give ninjas, instead of being at a 20% cap, they went ahead and became a 30%. 30% is the cap now for ninjas, and 40% for all other items. So the ninjas you can get from the Treasure of the Sage is Kakashi Beheading, which is pretty trash, honestly. Don't even know why he's rare. Animal Path, which I just don't like unless you're using her with a Conan. Jigo Kudo, who is pretty useful as a pain. Then you have Gakido, which he keeps making returns in some sort of events. Then you have Conan, who is pretty good as well. She is basically an Iruka for Akatsuki members. Is very useful for pains and just any Akatsuki members you're trying to use. Then you also have yourself Iruka. So with a 30% discount, you're looking to spend around less than 800 coupons to get Iruka 2-star. He is one of those ninjas that are very good because of what he does, and since the meta is Konoha ninjas at this point, he's something you might consider picking up. But realize this, that Kage Treasure should be soon, so we're going to pretty much shift away from Konohas and go into attribute-based teams. And then here I'm just going to show you guys the top discount is 40% now. And ninjas can be discounted at most 30%. And then Purification runes, since they just came out, they can only get a 10% discount. So the Purification rune is actually a very nice update. I did see a screenshot 3-4 days ago where someone glitched the game. I don't know why, maybe it was a bad connection. For some reason they got into the actual Purification interface. So it was actually seen a few days ago just because of a glitch. So it's a very good update. I'll go over that. As far as the Minato event, personally, I'd say this is really rigged. Since they just gave away Itachi for free, basically. They gave Itachi for nothing. And it was a very good thing of them. They're going to basically try to push this Minato out. I have seen people do 200 spins and not get him. I have seen random people do 10 spins and they get him. So honestly, this is not worth going for. This is the only screenshot I have seen of a person with Minato. Don't trust anybody that they say they got Minato. If they don't have a screenshot, I'm not believing you. Don't care what happens. If literally, you can say anything on the internet. So if you don't have a screenshot, don't even bother trying to say you got Minato. But this person got Minato as well as the Jonin medal. He is the only one so far. I know Killia did 200 spins. Who else? Venomni did it as well in my Discord. So a bunch of people did 200 spins and got no Minato whatsoever. So yeah, you have to realize that this event is pretty much going to screw you. And when it comes to most RNG events, I feel that the more you spend, the less likely you are to get something rare. I've had that in the past when I was going for boxes and other stuff as well. So I can definitely say to avoid this. Getting a Minato is really stupid compared to other hosts. Other hosts had I think Brazil had a 15k recharge, and then Germany had like a 20k consumption. You could have gotten him. So getting him on a very RNG based event, which isn't RNG and seems mostly rigged, is not a good idea. Then you also have yourself the arena training, which is good. You get yourself free items just for playing arena. Treasure of the Sage, we already went over. Getting Sage Naruto frags from here are very rare, so don't buy keys trying to get yourself a Sage Naruto. You're going to probably go bankrupt and not manage to get all the 80 frags. The colorful balloons, I will go back into this later. Personally, my boy is a regular ninja in the Kage treasure. So if you honestly can't wait, or you're planning to 4-star or 5-star her, then this is the event for you. What I could suggest is get 300 fragments, but don't recruit her. When you do Kage treasure pulls, get her from Kage treasures and then upgrade her to a 5-star. This way you don't need 380 fragments. Icha Shikamaru, or Make a Paradise Shikamaru, he is basically, not that good as well, because his mystery just gives you 60 chakra points for the team. Besides that, he's really nothing too crazy. He has a good buff though, increases defense and resistance for hidden jutsu ninjas. But overall, he's just mostly for collection. You're not going to see him in a lot of teams. Purification runes are also good. Take advantage of these if you're not going for any of the ninjas. But that's the thing to consider about that. Battle armor rebates returns, just to milk you out if you really care for that kind of stuff. The Johnny Medal rebate is very good. Now, people are confused about this. You can basically get a maximum of 2,833 coupons from this. So every time you can do it up to 3 times. You can refresh your Johnny Medal, and the days will add up. So every time you buy Johnny Medal, you get 180 days on top of the days you already have. You can do this up to 3 times. So you spend 1,888 ingots, and you basically get half of that as a rebate in coupons. So it's a very good event. Get your Johnny Medal now if you're getting it for the first time. Renew it if your days are low, or just do it 3 times and stack up. Because if you spend, it's basically going to cost you over 6k gold, almost 6k gold to get you, the Johnny Medal 3 times. You will get about like 2,000. You will get 2,832 coupons from the rebate itself. So definitely go ahead and renew your Johnny Medals now. It is a very good event for that. You basically spend for it and then get half of it back. Then you have yourself Purification. And then we can go into the other updates. So the last thing we have is group activity, which the merge didn't hit all the servers. It seems like they're only announcing the servers that they're going to merge on the forums. And outside of that, they're not going to merge them. So I forgot which servers are, but they did say the next 2. And those 2 servers merged today as well. So yeah, your server or my server is probably going to be merged at a way later date. Like I said, it's either going to be 20 below you or 20 above you. It's really weird and really random. Then you have group activities, which pretty much rewards you for your group to playing the game and being active. So for just logging in, you can get coins. For plundering convoy, for arena victories, for ranked battle, group instances. This should be team instances, I believe. Yeah, this should be team instances, but it says group instances twice. Yeah, it's team instances, but it says group instances. So that's a description error. Elite instances, 9 Tails, Strong Approach, Fighting Matsuri Challenge, Group Contribution, Great Ninja War Participation, Sage War Battlefield, and Survival Trial Rewards. And then when you have a level 10 group, or, the highest cap for some of them, let's see, actually, no, you gotta have a level 10 group for the last rewards. That's just so lame. I'm not sure if it's effective for all of them, though. But that's kind of lame as well, yeah. Oh, no, so you just unlock this one for being a level 10 group. Okay, so that's the way it works. Basically, based on your group level, you unlock the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth, and then it goes all the way down. So the last one is Survival Trial at group level 10. You unlock the entire bar. And the last thing to go over is basically how this equipment Purify thing works. So it's a very good update if you have high refines. So the higher your refines are, the bigger the stat boost you get. Basically what you do is you purify with these purification runes. Then with the purification runes, you will get a roll of a random stat. It goes from white, green, blue, purple, and gold, I think. Those are the 5 qualities. So basically you would get, for instance, a gold initiative. It could go up to I think 99%. I'm not sure if you could get 100%. So it would give you a percentage of your initiative, which is going to be a very good way to raise battle power. So these ways, I might as well just demonstrate this. You only need to get the purification runes, by the way. The protection runes are if you lock them. So that's the way it works if you really want to improve it. So since Tendo has the highest gear, we're going to try this easily. So you go into this. This is my highest refine next to my kunai, 315 level 8. Okay, so what you're going to do is Purify. And there, you got a random stat roll. So 44% for control, injury. Now what you can do is lock it. When you lock it and you Purify again, it will not change. So I'm just going to have to demonstrate this because there's really no way of showing this. And it's going to give you a huge battle power increase by the time you get your refines all set up. So let me just get 2 more and just, whatever. It's probably better to get them from Sage because at least you get a 10% discount. But I don't have any keys and, I'm trying to keep this quick anyway. So you have this, for instance, you keep the control, right? Okay, so you have to actually do it with it. I thought it was, okay, so if you're not going to basically keep any stats, you're going to have to use purifications. But if you're going to lock even one, then you're going to have to get the protection runes, which do cost slightly more. And this is a very RNG event, so do expect to go through a lot of runes just to get decent stats. And what I would do is basically use the blue ones until you got a very high initiative. For instance, you want to get initiative as your highest stat, and then lock initiative and start going for the other ones, because initiative is by far the most important refine. Then it would, because it increases your action speed. Then you also have your critical and injury, which are the second most, because critical increases your chance of launching a critical attack and then reduces the chance of you taking a critical attack, while injury increases the damage of your critical attack and reduces the damage you take from critical attack. So these 3 are the most important refines: initiative, critical, and injury. Focus on those. Initiative takes first priority. Combo rate is decent, and then control is decent. So definitely go for these. It will give you a huge battle power boost. My power is going to go up. This can definitely give you like 40k. It definitely give you at least like 2,000 to 3,000 power if you manage to get yourself decent, purifies. Keep trying to say purifies. Purifies on all your equipment, and this assumes you have decent refines, so at least 4 and up. And obviously, if you have level 8 equipments, they will give you way more stat boost. But that's all I have to tell you guys. The stream will be up later today. Let me just get it up. So I will have a link in the comments below. It will be in a few hours from now. I just wanted to give you some information what to go for. Actually, I forgot. Let's just go over this real quick. I did forget to go over the ninjas from the balloon. So, okay, 1 second. Okay, so the way this works is this. Mabui is a regular ninja in the Kage treasures. First of all, her mystery is just basically if she kills somebody, they will not resurrect. So she's also similar to how Kamui Kakashi has his mystery. And it's just pretty much, it's just nothing special, to be honest. The mystery is just a small amount of damage. Her standard attack heals and cleans 1 debuff. The thing about Mabui is her ability to give shields to waters and lightnings. So that's very good. And at the same time, her passive, which gives you 40 chakra points per action, before each action. And the thing is, it could get triggered twice at most. So you can potentially get 80 chakra each round. But at the minimum, you're at least getting 40 chakra each round. So she's a very good supportive role in the team. I have seen Raikage, Darui teams use Mabui. So if they don't, and then if it doesn't use Mabui, it uses Samui or Omoi. There's so many good lightning ninjas when it comes to the Kage treasure period. So, look forward to that. But Mabui is a regular ninja there. So like I said, you might want to just get 200 fragments. If you do spend at least maybe I'm spending around 180 scrolls. You'll probably, if you're, decently lucky, you might actually get a Mabui and then you can get her 5-star instantly. She is very good for lightning types. She also works for water types, so whatever works, but I've mostly seen her in lightning types. And then, Makeup Paradise, Porn Book, Shikamaru. Nothing, I just really don't like him. I pulled him in China. He was my 10 pull from the Jinchuriki treasures, and I was very disappointed. But the only good thing I can say is his passive, and he has his chase that goes off twice, and it causes immobile, so that's pretty decent. Then he has his first chase, which is repulse. It causes knockdown and ignition, so it's not bad. Standard attack, it's just the mystery. Giving 60 chakra points is alright and all, but I feel like he would lack the presence in the team. Plus, he's a 2-star, so I would probably get him for the collection bonuses and then go for my boy frags. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I can tell you. Look forward to the stream later today, and look forward to the video tomorrow where I'll probably just end up recapping the stuff and going over it again anyway. But happy Thanksgiving, guys. Hopefully I'll see you tonight on the stream. I did say 7 o'clock is the time, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long until I'm back. I don't know when my family's going to leave either. So all I can say is, have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys later tonight with a stream. It could be delayed or it could be early, but it should be around this time. If you go to the stream link on YouTube, it will count it down how far away it is as well. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. Have a great Thanksgiving.